Anyways, hello.
Hello. How was your day?
It was good. Tired, but I'm glad it's Friday.
It's Friday. We did not. So yesterday's show was fire. Thank you. Is it Pina? Pina? I'm going to say Pina, like Pina Colada.
Pina.
Is it
yeah.
Pina? I want to put the nya in it.
Pina.
Season 4 Roni. Love that. Last night was amazing. We didn't really get to recap Jeff Lewis Live, and it was an amazing Jeff Lewis Live show.
It was. I'm so glad he kind of touched on Zach again today.
Yeah.
So I forgot to write that down as a note, but we have to what are you doing, Zach?
Yeah, I'm not actually. I DM'd him during the show, and I was like, "They're talking about you." I was like, "They updated." He's like, "What? Was it funny? What they say?" So,
but you know what? I'm gonna have to have somebody explain to me because I'm not on Grindr. I'm assuming is that just a guy app?
It sounds like a dude thing to me.
So
I mean, I don't know. Grindr just sounds like
yeah.
Girls don't really, girls are I don't know,
But I don't.
That's what I hear.
Oh, okay. Is there a section that says, "Hey, do you want a free massage?" I don't understand that.
We need to find out. So tomorrow, I'm talking to a friend at 3:00 that will know. Okay, Fluffy's going to clue us in. I didn't know if you were here, Fluffy, so I didn't know if you could tell us. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If anyone is new, welcome. I am Sarah in Texas, and we recap Jeff Lewis Live every weeknight at 6:00 California. And
I'm Kelly, and I live in Southern California.
Yeah. So that's why the different, whenever we say different time zones, because we are 2 hours off.
Yes.
So you're 6:00. I'm 8:00 already on a Friday night here.
Oh my God, I'd be in bed.
No. I've still got mom duties to do after this.
I know.
Anyways, but we've been doing this since mid-June, since we got back from the Amazon launch party that we were both so excited to go to for Hollywood House Lift. And we've been doing it ever since. So we recapped every episode of Hollywood House Lift on Sunday nights. And so I think all of those should be all on my post. The comments are on your face, Kelly. I know she's trying to sit up a little bit. No, sit up. Like, I thought you were sitting on pillows.
I am, but I'm so slouchy and tired. I start shrinking. Yeah. I'll try to remember. Say up.
And then we started. Then we were recapping Jeff Lewis Live every day too. So
yes.
Anyways, that's what we do. We're both fan accounts. We're normal, productive members of society.
Yeah.
We just love Jeff Lewis Live, and it's so fun. And we've been lucky enough to become friendly with some of the chumps, and they are so nice to post our stuff, like our stuff. Some of them follow us. Some of them get on our Instagram Live and surprise us. So anyways, you're like Jeff, Kelly, having trouble being erect. That's hilarious. Fluffy, you should be a comedian. Are you a comedian? I think you've missed your calling. I don't know your age, but you might need to rethink your life's career. I don't know. I think you'd be really funny. He's very snappy with comments. I love it.
I don't know comedian. I don't know. I mean, but I would say definitely something in writing, Fluff.
Yeah.
Something like an SNL writer, comedy writer, something. Yeah.
But he's so quick with stuff. So
that's what I'm saying.
Anyways, well, let's get to it. So yesterday we didn't get to really recap because we were dealing with Chef Stu's birthday and him coming on. Patrick surprised us and came on. Kind of gave us a forewarning that they are going to be buying a different house next year. So that was kind of exciting.
Yes.
And then Doug, of course, coming on. And that was such a good cooking kibitz, wasn't it? His friends are so fun and entertaining.
I took so many pictures because I love the dancing. I know. And the opera singer, that was fun. And you know what? Doug was in such a good mood last night. People kept saying he was drunk. Maybe he was. But it was just really cute. I think he was in his element with his friends. And he wasn't being tormented and bullied, and he was able to be free.
I'm reading Fluffy stuff. The comments are really funny. Y'all are so good. That's why we really suggest y'all join live, because it's so much more fun.
Yes.
Somebody's asking what Jeff Lewis guest was the worst. You mean overall? Or you mean this week? I don't know who they mean.
The person that I wouldn't say she was the worst, the person that I connected the least to, and I thought the show kind of was not for me was only Beverly D'Angelo. That's the only time. And she's only been on twice, and I think they figured it out, and they're like, see ya.
Wow, that's a good one. I really can't think. We have talked about this a little bit. Do we want to go ahead and talk about next week's guest? Because we're already a little nervous about one combination. So why don't we just break into that?
So we noticed, or I noticed, and you noticed that I thought they said Zach and MJ with Dr. Donna, and then it changed to Zach and Heather McDonald. I thought, well, that's weird that you would have those two comedians together, and especially, I don't know if Zach, and I was like, oh, he can't put MJ with Heather.
Oh, yeah, they definitely can't be together. But I wondered about Zach. I know. They could have mixed up the days. I bet it was a timing thing. I bet it was everyone's schedules and working. Can you imagine trying to work out all the schedules?
No.
Michelle Collins. Oh, yeah.
I don't even listen.
Yeah.
Don't know her. But yeah, no, I just realized, like, I always do this to my eyebrows. Sorry, I always feel like they're fluffy. Because Heather McDonald might not like MJ. Can I talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
So they went to the Christmas party. I think everybody was friends. Everyone's fun. Heather McDonald and MJ went oftentimes out with Krista and Megan, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And then at the Christmas party, Heather and
that Cheryl from Van Nuys, if she gets on tonight, she was the fan that was there. Yeah.
Yes. And she was, MJ was a little overserved.
Yes.
Overserved, and Heather was doing whatever she was, and
she was singing as Shane played the piano.
Yes, and allegedly somebody on the Jeff Lewis Live staff asked her a leading question, and she answered, and it was recorded. I don't think it was. I think she was going off just... Anyways, what she said was, Heather McDonald's a bitch, and I hope she dies in a car crash. Was that it? I think it was something like that. It was really horrible. And I was like...
Did you just snort?
I did, because I couldn't believe I just said it. It was the most dreadful horror. I don't know why they chose to play that on the live. They've taken it off. So
yeah, they don't talk about it at all.
No. And since then, Heather and MJ will not hang out.
Yeah, and if anything, I adore MJ very much. I love that when MJ comes on, for the most part, she does ask some questions, but she's busy too. I mean, she can't sit around all day and listen to Jeff Lewis. But for the most part, she does know what's going on the show. She knows the guests. She knows who he's dating. The worst thing to me is now, since February, somebody to be like, oh, Chef Stu's your boyfriend? Like, come on, learn a
they're
little
back
bit about
together?
Jeff Lewis.
You know, always hear that. Are they back together?
Yeah. And I'm like, if you're going to come on as a guest. So I do love that about MJ. But I do find that sometimes she sneaks in there like, oh, thanks for the invite. Or, I guess I wasn't invited type stuff. And I feel like Jeff can't invite everyone all the time. But also she's got a little kid. She probably says no a lot. She wants the invite, but she has to say no a lot.
It's FOMO.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out. But no, I get it.
That whole group, right? I mean, we all have FOMO. But them especially, the chumps.
If I was one of the chumps and I got to hang around Jeff, and Jeff was flying me to Napa in a private jet or whatever they're doing and all this craziness,
I did not know about the PJ until today.
A BJ?
The PJ.
I knew. I just don't want to.
Oh, the person's asking who's the worst overall guest. So you kind of answered yours. I did not know about the private jet. The PJ, that's who Lala taught me that term on Vanderpump Rules.
Nice.
Yeah. But I love how he kind of downplays it. Like, it's not a G8 or a G or whatever he was talking
G6.
about. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. All I know is you've got a private jet.
Chartered.
I do agree. What do you think that Melissa was surprised that he's actually paying for Todd and Carrie and Ben and Megan's hotel rooms and all that? I think he should, though. It's a birthday weekend.
Yeah.
If we're invited. Me and my husband would pay for our friends if we did that. That's to me common courtesy, manners.
Okay, well, I guess I'm poor and I wouldn't think to do that.
Well, I mean, but I do think it's different when like friends are like we always go somewhere with other friends for Labor Day weekend. Well, we don't pay their half of the rental house, you know.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But like a birthday weekend, I do. And we know Carrie and them and Megan and Ben, they can all afford it. To me, it's just a thing of
nice.
I am hosting Stu's birthday weekend. And so, of course, I'm paying for it.
Right. It's like a generosity thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Jeff is really chivalrous.
Chivalrous.
I don't know. You don't know.
He's chivalry.
Yeah. He
has chivalry.
He's very kind, and
we never said we're smart. We just said we love Jeff Lewis live.
That's true. But he does a lot. He's very generous with people. He's very generous. And you know, I know Stu sometimes gets upset because he might not show love. Maybe I don't know if Stu gets upset or not, but you know what I mean. But I just feel like Jeff doing the private jet is such a gift to Stu. You know what I mean? Are you
Thank you, Joy. Chivalrous.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't go.
I said that Jeff shows his love to Stu in a very different way than maybe what I've seen before that I'm used to. That he, chartered a private jet for his birthday weekend. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It is a big deal. And I think that was what Jeff was trying to, your birthday means a lot to me.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. Jeff has always talked about money. One other thing I want to talk about is the fact that they were talking about the potty habits.
Oh, my God.
And how Jeff has no problem talking about Chef Stu's potty stuff. But the second Chef Stu even mentioned that Zoila had to clean the bathroom, that's all he said. Could you envision Jeff giving him the look like...
Well, not only that...
Shut the F up.
But I'm glad Stu said it, because then after that, Jeff threw him under the bus and said that Stu got pee-pee on the floor. And did you hear Stu in the background? He goes, don't.
I thought he said no, so he meant don't, like I do.
No, don't say that. Stop. Yeah. Stop telling the story. And then the part about the fart, I just laughed out loud. I almost crashed on the 91 freeway. And the fact that Jeff is such a stinker and pretended like he was asleep, and then he gets back in there. I'm like, he is just such a brat. He is such a brat.
Okay. Does anyone think that that Jeff has ever farted in front of Stu though?
In his sleep.
Yeah.
But they're both drugs, so how would they hear it?
They're on gummies and martinis or wine, right?
Yeah, but the fact that we knew that, Jeff's gotten a lot more transparent about himself.
Open?
Open.
I think the UTI has brought that on, right? He's kind of had to talk about his medical issues and his parts and the colonoscopy that's coming up. That I don't know when that shit's going to happen. Do you?
I think that's on the back burner. But I also think that he has a lot more of a lighter air to him.
For sure.
Because of a certain light that is in his life that makes him not care so much about that stupid bullshit. And it's before he would have never admitted that he took a gigantic diarrhea shit for 10 minutes in the bathroom that Zoila would have to clean up.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, he almost made it seem on flipping out that he never even took a shit. He would always say number 2. Like, he just dies when anybody implies that he goes number 2. And I'm like, okay, everyone but me poops. I'm like queen of constipation. But me and Jackie Schimmel.
There you go. Yeah. I'm not.
Okay. She's constipated in Paris too. So are you following her in Paris?
This week.
Doritos and wet burritos. That's disgusting.
I know. I saw that and I was like, that sounded like my dinner. Can we talk about lizard tongue?
I think that meant like a sharp tongue. Like he's like catty in the morning.
Yes, I thought it was great. He meant to say a forked tongue, like Melissa kind of said, but it was funny because Jeff was like, lizard tongue? What do you mean? What do you mean? And I just thought it was funny.
Well, I think it's funny that somebody is actually telling us something bad. Finally, Jeff always gets to spew the vomit about Chef Stu. Yep. So finally, that's what Michelle is saying, that Chef Stu should be on every Friday so he can defend himself from everything that Chef Stu said Monday through Thursday, right?
Yes, but you know what I think we need to do, people?
What?
We need to send Jeff Lewis lizard emojis. The more, the better.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Instead of snake emoji?
Flood him with lizards. All weekend.
Well, we hope we got a proof of life video or a picture, whatever Chef Stu posted, of their martini. So they're already there and relaxed. So we know the plane took off. Jeff is a spelt 191.8. And Stu is 215, which I think Stu had gotten up to like 222 recently.
Yeah, but that's like after a night out, he drops it after a couple of thunder shits.
Seriously, he can probably take a crap and lose 7 pounds. I'm so jealous of men that can do that. That is so not fair.
But I don't want to deal with their toilet.
He's got someone to clean it.
Oh, true. Okay.
I did notice Stu's wallet that said chef on there. Was that a wallet? Remember whenever he first started coming on the show and they always dogged him for having the personalized license plates?
I haven't
had Chef Stu?
Yes, I haven't had a chance to see the story yet, so I don't even know.
I did see it, Michelle. I think it's his wallet that's laying there, I think. And yeah.
And it says chef on it?
Yeah, it looks like it's almost custom made, embroidered, something. It's probably a birthday present. I don't know. That's the disinherited brand that Jeff has. Oh.
What?
Is that the word that they said the other day? Disinherited?
I'm sorry, I got lost on that. What does that mean?
The brand that man called in the other day and said he had that brand and Jeff was going crazy. So I didn't know that's what he said, disinherited. I totally didn't hear that word.
No, I didn't hear that.
Anyways, if you're new, you can always hit the question button at the bottom and ask a question or put it in comments. If we don't read it, then we may have missed it. So say it again later, or we just didn't want to read it. I don't know. We do miss some comments sometimes though.
Yeah.
Who would use the plunger? Of course, Zoila.
Poor Zoila.
Oh, Gotard. Gotard?
I thought it was like with a
T-A-R-D.
Goyard.
Nobody can get it right.
Goyard. That's how he said it.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I thought it was Oyard, so I don't know.
Oh, maybe Goyard. That sounds better. Goyard.
Yeah.
That sounds richer, for sure.
Yeah.
Never even heard of it. I'm a Louis Vuitton girl. Never even heard of it.
I'm a Target girl.
A Target girl. Love that they were talking about the cats and Melissa talking about Cooper, her boy that's away at college, and he took the cat with her and she really misses him now.
Marty.
So then they started talking about who slept with him? Ginger Puss last night?
Well, Stu confessed that sometimes in the middle of the night, Ginger and Smokey do a little switcheroo, and then he does not sure who's in there. You know what? Patrick needs more love. Maybe Patrick the cat, Smokey Puss, wouldn't eat so much. If he
is he overeat? Is he emotionally eating?
Remember that Stu said he's the fat one, and Jeff says he's the one with an eating disorder because he follows him around asking for food and then he pukes it up.
Oh, so it's emotional eating. Oh,
yeah. And I just think if Stu paid a little bit more, he said today.
Why you got to blame it on Chef Stu?
Because he said on the radio, "I love Ginger Puss."
I don't know what that means, Fluffy. Anyways, what else? Oh, I love whenever Chef Stu, he said something like, can't shit, piss, or fart at Jeff's house. I have to go to the Beverly Center to do that stuff.
I know, that was funny.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? They haven't, I did think about this today for some reason. They haven't talked about Chumpaween lately, but last night on Cooking Kibitz, in the comments, Cooking Kibitz is so good also, but the chumps often get in. So last night Jameson was in. Was Shane in also?
I don't remember Shane, but Megan.
Megan was in and talking. Anyway, so Megan was definitely talking about thinking she's got her costume. So it sounds like maybe it still is going on.
I hope so. That would be great.
Oh, Goyard comes in reds, yellows, and blues. Okay, do you get your name on it, though? Do you think he has his name, Chef Stu? It was big fat letters that said chef.
That sounds kind of cheesy.
I know, you think it's like a joke? I'm surprised, so you would never lose it?
Probably. Maybe Jeff gave it to him, and it really is a Goyard, and he had it embroidered with his name.
Okay. We'll have to try to find out. What else?
Embossed.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about their plans? Oh, that's right. I get it, Fluffy. What do y'all think about the plans for Napa Valley?
I don't think it's going to take 30 minutes. I'll just say that.
And I don't think they're going to go to Denny's to have moon over my hammy at 2 a.m. Jeff was like, what?
You know why? Because Denny's is a dump. I love Stu.
Patrick rules, Stu drools. Oh, God. Definitely the cat lover, LaSue. But aren't you the one that always asks to see Kelly's cat? Is she the one that asks to see the cat? He definitely wants tamales. What else did he want? A corn dog or something? Somebody brought that up earlier. A corn dog from a grocery store. This is so on brand for Chef Stu. Like, he's always the food. And Jeff's like, we've got lunch at 1:00. Oh, we're just going to split a hamburger, and we're going to have a corn dog, and we're going to have he's like, yeah.
But you know what's really fascinating to me? I didn't realize this because I've only lived in the United States, but that when people come here from different countries, like Stu said, they're amazed by our grocery stores.
Yeah.
So when you go to other places, like my daughter's going to Madrid, and I guess their grocery stores suck, and they keep like eggs on the table or something like that.
Oh, wow. What I think of, I'm trying to think if I've ever really gone to grocery stores per se when I've been out of the country. Because I've only been to Canada, Mexico, Italy, and England.
And even in New York, New
York. Well, New York City, the grocery stores are so different because they're smaller.
Well, yeah, they're not even grocery stores. They're like delis and markets. Yeah. So it was always weird. Anyway.
Which will be in about, 3.5 weeks?
Oh, my gosh. I can't even believe it. It's like, it seemed like so far away, and it's like literally right around the corner.
BravoCon is coming up. So excited. We love that Jeff is going to be there, working his magic, getting the Bravo Celebrity interviews. We love that Chef Stu is going to be there with Amy Phillips, doing cookbook recipes from their cookbooks, and I assume selling his cookbook.
I hope.
Yeah. And who's going to be there? Cynthia Bailey with him.
Mm-hmm.
Caroline Manzo. Yes, we're both going to BravoCon. Chef Stu's lovely. Jeff was hawking that really well for him today.
Did you
hear the new website, Chef Stewart or chefstewart.com?
Yeah, I did hear that. I was like, oh, is that new? I think that's awesome. You get
that is new because
look at that hottie.
Yeah. And what did he say about it? I made a story about it.
He said, wait. He says it's a nice warm thing in your mouth.
And Jeff just started laughing, like, a what?
Yeah, it was so
cute.
Gives
you a nice warmth in your mouth. Isn't that what he said?
Oh, warmth. I thought it was warm. I think he thought he said warm thing in your mouth. And I was like,
warmth. Warmth.
That accent, I can't tell.
I did see on social media, Melissa Rivers got, kind of rammed a little bit as usual. Not as usual, but I just think first-time guests often get...
She's been on before.
Not how long ago?
It's been a while, but I think because they're so silly and funny, when there's somebody that's kind of not at that same level, not that she's not funny, but that's just not her brand. Like when Dr. Dawn is on, people are like, meh. And Melissa Rivers, I mean, her specialty is fashion. The image just happened. And I could tell, like, a lot of people would be like, oh, this is boring. But, I mean, I thought it was fascinating.
Well, and Jeff and Chef Stu either watched the Emmys or I was envisioning, I haven't watched the video yet, if they choose to put that one up. But it seemed like it was going to be where they were going to show the pictures on the wall and they were each looking at, who was wearing what and all that. It could have been a little shorter to me. I'm hoping next time she's on. I really don't personally want a recap of what they're wearing.
I do.
I don't want it on Jeff Lewis Live. If she ends up doing a fireside show, which they talked about that app that they're both on, then I think that's a great, because you can tune in just for that. Me, you only get an hour, and we have to deal with commercials. And now with this damn intro, I love it. Oh, you love it?
Yes, I love it. I love the new intro for Amy Phillips. Get ready.
Give a thumbs up in comments or a thumbs down if you like the new intro.
What do you not like about it?
Petty Ass Bitch comes on. It's just 30 seconds that I don't think is needed. I'm so used to Petty Ass Bitch being my, like, when I hear it, I know the show is on. And now I got to listen to this person that sounds like one of the Smith sisters.
I don't think but that voice is always on Radio Andy. She does all the promos. Look at all these people. I liked it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was sassy. Also, it's a branding thing for Radio Andy that they're now...
Because Reality Checked, you're right.
Yes, and not only that, but Reality Check, they had the same freaking promo on there forever, and I don't know why Jameson and Alyssa are there. Come on, let's mix it up. Let's do something.
Well,
but it's a brand.
But even Andy and John on Wednesday when they premiered that, I was taking a walk and listening to it. And I was kind of like, what is this? And even Andy was like, okay, I don't like the intro. And I feel like y'all should have probably ran that by me before we aired it. And I'm like, damn. Like, how do you put a new intro out and not
right?
Radio Andy listen to it? I did see the news about David Bador dumping his latest wife. And apparently he gave her no heads up about it.
Oh, he divorced her?
He filed. Is that how does it work when neither one of us have been divorced? So I don't know what it means when you file. Is that the person saying, I want it to end? Yeah, yes, so he filed for divorce. Yeah.
So that's so crazy because they just had a baby. It was funny. I was going to post a picture before I posted a picture and tagged Shannon. Sorry, Shannon Bador, but I
saw that. Yeah.
I feel like you should revel in this moment right now because he was a fucking dick.
Yeah, but if he becomes more of an ass, I don't know. It depends on when he's been nicer. If he was in the marriage and happy, I really think it sounds like the girls don't really go to his house at all anymore now that they're older. Nope. I don't really know because it's been so long since OC's been on, I feel like. And I don't feel like much of that was shown last time that OC was on. What an asshole. I mean.
It's karma. You know what I was going to say is I was going to post a picture before that one. And the picture that I had was like of him and the wife naked and you see his butt. But Instagram makes you like put this tag over it saying sensitive photo. It was gross. He has a small dick. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I just didn't like that.
And those big buggy blue eyes.
Yeah.
Staring through your soul.
I got a bad vibe about him from the get-go of that marriage. Yeah. He just seemed checked out from day one. And then Riley Lisk. Bye.
I think she was saying you got to go bye to David, I thought.
Oh, I thought she was saying bye. By the way, we do try to keep this to about 30 minutes. I'll be honest, it usually goes 34 to 37. So just so you know. I did listen real quick while I was at the treadmill a minute ago. I did listen to Melissa Rivers' podcast. What's it called? Group Text?
Yes, it was something weird. I couldn't remember the name.
And I chose the one I'd never listened to it. I've watched her fireside shows, and I'd never listened to it. But she interviewed Vicky Gunvalson 1 week after her and that last guy broke up.
Oh, wow.
No, not 1 week after they broke up. 1 week after she got the news that Tamara got invited back on the OC, and she did not. So it was a little raw. It was a little raw. She talked about that she cried. She was mad. She felt like they were saying, Tamara's relevant. Your story's not. She's interesting. You're not. You're old news.
Well,
so she was like, I was happy for Tamara, but I was mad that I whatever. So
that's why Tamara did not.
It was a good podcast. It was a good podcast, though. Melissa Rivers, Group Text.
I was going to say that's why that night Vicky and Tamara appeared on Watch What Happens Live. Tamara already had the news that she was a housewife, but she chose not to share it that night out of respect for Vicky.
Yeah. Which is something she would do, but do you feel like Vicky would do that for her?
No, and I don't think any friend should have to do that. If you had something wonderful happen, I want to be like, nah, wait till I'm not here. We have to talk about Brad Groski, how do you say his name?
Oh, man. Again, any hope of a reunion or that guy ever coming back on, hell to the no. I did respect that Melissa didn't want to talk about him because she's friends with him, though.
But it's so funny. So this is the way Jeff plays it.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading comments.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is the way Jeff plays a game, right? So he knows he's going to go in on Brad and he's going to baby do like 10% of harassment and torment. But if Melissa doesn't react, then he's going to rank it up a little bit more. Melissa doesn't react, he's going to rank it up a little bit more. Oh, you're still not going to react?
She got radio silent. She was not saying a word.
Exactly. And that's why he was just like, wait, I think that's why Vicky and Kelly Dodd are doing a podcast.
Vicky and Kelly Dodd are?
I haven't heard that.
Kelly Dodd does one with her husband, Rick. And then
maybe Vicky's going to be on Kelly's. I don't even think Vicky would go on Kelly's.
Vicky was? Let me think. Who was on her show the other day? One of the housewives was Vicky. Oh, my God. I'm getting there's so many podcasts, so much going on. Y'all remind us who was on Kelly Dodd the other day. Because they were at her house.
I'm not watching it. Or listening to it, sorry.
I know. But she was really nice. She was the first one whenever I asked some of the chumps to make a surprise birthday video for Chef Stu. She didn't even reply. Like, I'll be honest with you. She doesn't really DM back and forth with me. She has liked some of my comments before. I don't really post a lot about Kelly because even though she calls into the radio show a lot, she's really not been on the radio a lot. She's just one that calls in to Jeff.
You know what's kind of crazy? Like, when I've met her, and she is like the sweetest, most humble, beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Yeah, she was.
But I wonder if she plays into
most beautiful? I don't go there.
I didn't say most.
Oh,
or maybe I did.
Beautiful.
I don't. No, not most beautiful.
Yeah.
I did say that. Okay, not most. I feel like she plays into her persona a bit when she's on social media, because I don't think that's really the way she acts and thinks.
Yeah.
She's not that divisive. I just don't see it unless there's a camera or a microphone. And I get it, and I'm not like...
Yeah, I think she amps herself up a notch because she knows. But it's just like... But I was just going to give her a compliment because she was the first chump to make the video and send it to me. And it was really cute. And so... But then she made another video, the one that they played at the very end. And it was all sweet, happy birthday. And then it was like...
Little bitch.
Yeah, bitch and whore. And it was hilarious. Chef Stu loved it.
Dirty girl. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, what else? You want to talk about the overpacking? He talked about that last night with us, that he overpacks. And he verified that today, that he packs a lot.
And he takes photographs. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know how, when I see people like pack like one thing, like one luggage, I don't understand that either. Because even if it's for a weekend, you still need shoes and they take up so much room. Yeah. You need hair products, you need toiletries, and it takes up so much room. I agree. You know what, Stu? If you need to take 3 bags, it's my birthday. Do it.
Shut up. It's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Okay. Why don't you talk about music? It was good.
It was, of course, wonderful Adele. Rumor has it.
Yeah.
Nice to Meet You by Niall Horan. I don't know how to say his name. One Direction guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Very, very upbeat. Jeff has been in the best moods. I just felt like today was so light and fun.
Yeah.
I still want a whole video of the whole show, though. I love when they show all the reactions. I'm waiting on that. I love that.
Well, it's funny because the last week, Jameson was like promoting it a lot, and I was like, do people not watch the video?
Yeah.
Like, I always watch the videos.
Yeah. But it's only about 12 minutes, but it's so worth it.
Except for that one a week that he tapes is an hour.
Yes, the one that he picks. And I'm assuming he'll pick Chef Stu's to be that one. I don't know. It tends to be a Friday show that he picks. I don't really know why.
Yeah, not always. Okay, one last thing.
Yeah.
I heard him say kitten. Did you hear him? Kitten. Remember how he says let in, but in. Kitten. Instead of kitten. No?
Oh, instead of kitten. No, I didn't. Who? Okay. Chef Stu?
No, Jeff says, he never says that. He says instead of Latin, let in. Instead of important, impart in. Instead of kitten, kitten. You haven't noticed that? We talked about it.
No, Jeff?
Yes, start to pay attention. Maybe it's because I'm a teacher and I have to like look and hear like how people are pronouncing stuff. But yeah, he never says button. He says button.
Why do you say that, Lasuba? But I feel like we're listening to a different show.
Today's show?
Yeah, I don't know what she means. So next week's guest, Monday, is Megan and Doug. That'll be so good because I feel like they're also
comfortable
with each.
She'll recap.
Exactly, but they're also comfortable with each other. That they'll tell us the highs and the lows and anything in between. Like they're honest friends. They're always going to say that. Tuesday, Carney Wilson is back. Wednesday is a wet Wednesday. Woo. Brandy and Julie. Thursday, we'll have to see how that goes. Heather McDonald and Zach Noe Towers, the 2 comedians. Will they be too much personality for each other?
I don't know. I think Zach knows how to hold back because even when he was on with other guests, he was kind of a little bit quiet at first. He's just so fucking funny, though. I mean, he always lands his jokes. I'm always like, oh my God, he's so funny.
Yeah.
Zach, you stop getting free massages from people in pizza-shaped campers.
Pizza-shaped campers. And then Friday is Dr. Donna and MJ. So I love that. But I did see this on social media today. I do wish he would kind of bring some new people in. I don't know that I want Carney again already.
Yeah, but I think what they do is they book the month And so maybe in
October.
I
think they book a week at a time. I think sometimes it's very last minute.
Yes, but I think Carney is somebody reliable for 2 weeks a month. I think that's what it seems to be. Like you said, Julie is 2 weeks a month. I think that maybe after this month, we might see a different rotation.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of people.
But people are so picky with the guests. They're like, eat.
I know. So it's like an asshole. Everybody's got one, right?
There you go. I wish he's going to BravoCon. That, I love all the guests, but
yeah.
Let's see what happens. I would love Taylor. I think Taylor Armstrong and Tamara. Yeah. I want a Shannon and Tamara reunion on Jeff Lewis.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love some. But remember, he's got problems bringing housewives on. Current housewives. There's that issue with it's Bravo that says no to that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not Jeff. It's Bravo that says that if you're on a current, then he's got it. They've got issues with them coming on.
Tamara and Kelly are always on, but Shannon isn't because it has to be. Okay. Yeah. She's under contract.
Yeah. Anyways.
I know. The lost butthole. The lost butthole. Don't lose your butthole, people.
Well, thank you for joining us again. We recap every weeknight at 6:00 California time, 8:00 Texas time. We do hope he gets the contract renewed. He did make a little twinge of a comment the other day, like, It's been nice. What did he say?
I don't know, but
nice
alluding to the fact that he wasn't coming back. He's such drama. Such drama.
Yeah. He likes a little bit of drama, but anyways, well, have a great weekend, and we will see everybody Monday night.